ヒーロー D シリーズ
D シリーズ
ディスティニーデストロイです。
D タイム
It's D タイム。
It's Michael Bowden back again, and I am your host, Destiny Hero Mike Cujo. Nah, and welcome back to D Time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, I totally kick butt with sporting my Jotaro outfit. You know, it was my old clothing brand back in Left Side 91. I was the one who designed that. That's actually my brand, Left Side 91. But I digress. Yes, we got second place, Destiny Hero. It was a 5-round tournament, and I went 4-1. We went against 3 tiers, 1 Sprite, and 1 Sky Striker. All the players were very strong. Beat the best player at the card shop, if not one of my man Cody the Beast. The tiers, that was my round 1. I beat that. And round 2, best player, another one of the top players at the card shop, my man Oscar. He was playing Sprite. Beat that. And I think it was game 3. Big shout out to my man Super Insane 18, Alex. He was playing similar build, tier 0 Tillaments with the Ishizu as well, similar to Cody's build. And then game 4, because I was XO at that point. So game 4, it was to my man Berlin. Oh man, that guy's got my number. It was tier Shadow tier. I think he was playing Ishizu. I'm not sure. It was a different variant. I made some wrong plays, and he got me on that game. So he was actually just a better player. It wasn't a matter of how bad I bricked or anything like that. He was just simply the better player. It was really as simple as that. So big shout out to my man Berlin. He played out of his mind. That was probably my favorite duel, actually, my favorite game. And then the third game, the final game, was Sky Striker. My man Christian, very strong, the best and only Sky Striker player there, but that deck is very scary if you do not know what you're doing against it. But let's go ahead and get into the deck list here. Also, I want to make sure that we skip ahead here, so I'll make sure that caption is in the video. But let's go ahead and get into it, because I did make some changes. So we got the 1 Shadow Mist, 1 Liquid Soldier, 2 Stratos, sorry. So that's my E-Hero package. Not much has changed there, okay? But you guys are going to see the variation, the new change up really soon. That's the E-Hero family for reasons as my previous list. So there's that. And we've got, I'm going to explain some things too. So we've got Vision family, triple Ferris, double Vion, 1 increase. I did break my increase. I think, I don't know, like 1. I think I had a 1 game. If it would go to game 3, I would probably see him 1 decent time. I didn't see him too often, fortunately. So it felt like it was my day. Didn't see him too often. It kind of worked out. So this ratio, I love it. I would never play 2. Why would you play 2? Why would you increase your chance to draw this guy? It doesn't make any sense. Ironically, his name is Increase. Onto the D family, the D series. We got the Dark Angel. Again, that's just really good against Sprite and any other spell-based rogue deck strategy. So, Mystic Rune and whatnot. So, then we've got the Diamond Dude, Plasma, Decider, Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, 2 Militias, obviously. Well, I don't think this card would ever go to 3. And the Destiny Hero Denier. So that is our 8 Destiny Hero count. So there that is. And onto the spells. We got the Rhoda. Alright, now here's the change up, okay guys? Because this goes with the Rhoda. Triple E emergency call. I took out, I love them to death. I took out the Destiny draws. I had to take them out. I was doing some testing. I was like, hey, I love this card. And I'm playing 8 Destiny Heroes, sure. But this could be something else. There would be a lot of games where I go against Sprite, right? I usually lose the die roll, and they get full combo on me with the Totally Awesome, which I think that card is the only reason why Sprite is good, in my opinion. No disrespect to Sprite, but Toad, if it wasn't for Toad, that deck would be like not very good in my opinion. It wouldn't be much of a threat. And I would draw something like a Destiny draw, you know, and it's not that effective. They always get hit with a Toad Awesome. Some of these decks are playing Ash Blossom, so with Destiny draw, they ash it, and now I only have 3 cards in hand, and it hurts. So in theory, once upon a time, this card was insane, like in the Brandia format, in the Branded Despia format, where there were less hand traps running around. But some people, at least at my locals, they're still playing hand traps, or they're willing to negate the Destiny draw. So I decided, well, why not up my consistency with triple E card? You're not going to negate that, and if you don't negate it, well, we're gonna chain the droplet as cost. We're gonna E-call. Here's the combo. You go emergency call. They don't do anything. Chain link 2, droplet. Send away the emergency call. Get value. This card is a 1-card starter, and obviously in combination with a Hero Lives. So another thing I want to talk about, the tier 0, and why I don't even think it should be called tier 0. I think it's tier 0 in terms of popularity, but I don't think it's tier 0 in terms of performance. My good man Cody, one of the best card players in all of Las Vegas, one of the best card players in all of Las Vegas. In our game, even he will tell you that he bricked. Now, here's my opinion about tier limits, tier 0. They brick. I don't care. I did again. Alex too, my man Alex. They also bricked against me. Even Berlin, he played out of his mind. That he bricked. I keep seeing this deck brick. I keep hearing people who use tier elements and Izuku. Those players, I keep hearing them constantly complain about bricking or milling. They got here's two big problems that they're faced with right now. That works against them. Either they're gonna brick or not mill good. So that's a random factor, right? So heroes might not be the most like powerful. They're not like, I guess, most as explosive. Really, they are. They really are explosive heroes. But let's just say, for argument's sake, for tier's sake, that heroes are not that strong. I'll tell you one thing: they're damn consistent. Consistency beats power every single time. Because you're gonna brick. I'm gonna draw good. I have a 1-card starter in E-call. Just go grab Stratos, and Stratos gets Ferris. Boom, there's a combo. So long as I don't draw the increase. That's only 1 brick that I have in my deck, outside of like Miracle Fusion, which is arguable. So that's one problem I've been seeing with the tier 0 or tier Izuku, is that it can be his own worst enemy. Because we know what we're gonna get. The only random factor in our deck is probably Liquid Soldier. That's probably the only factor in our deck that is random. But by the time we resolve Liquid Soldier, that's during full combo. The draw 2 is during full combo. We don't depend on it. So we're not depending on just a good hand, but they also have to depend on good mills. I've seen a decent hand with trash mills, and that ends their entire turn. And now they just lose. So they're not as crazy as you think. They're not as intimidating to me as as I've proven here, as you might think. And it's just a really good feeling. So yeah, so consistency. And so that hit me like, I think any deck that's consistent can win. I don't care. Any deck that can consistently get his line of play on the board, it has merit. That's what I think. So work on consistency, guys. Work on the strategy now. I think is just consistency. It's as simple as that. So sorry for that brief rant. I got to put another stamp there. But triple Fusion Destiny. So obviously, triple D-Force. This card is an absolute menace. This card is an absolute menace. D-Force. I just want to talk about this as well. D-Force. It shut down a lot of players. It shut down a lot of games. The tiers, for example, they target. So it's not really Dark Law that they're worried about. Shout out to my good man Cody. Even he'll say, I'm not worried about Dark Law. I have ways around them. Well, those ways have just become a lot more limited with D-Force. So, not being able to droplet or target, assuming that I have a Dark Law on my side of the field and now you can't target because of the D-Force, it is just a menace. I think this card single-handedly is what carried me throughout the tournament. It wasn't really Dark Law, believe it or not, guys. I know you guys think, oh yeah, just Dark Law Turbo. No. Yeah, I know you guys have seen a lot of speculation, a lot of people talking about, on different, threads, forums, and different YouTube channels, and you even see players play Mass Change 2, tier players. No, it wasn't even Mass Dark Law. It was D-Force. Sometimes I wouldn't even have a Dark Law on the field. It's just Plasma killing people, just destroying people. Tiers can't even play through D-Force. Yeah, you can have your graveyard. You can mill all you want. We don't care. Your Izuku, you can only banish. You can only spin my stuff back from the graveyard. And then who's that? The Kelbeck? If you Kelbeck me, you just gave me a body. You just gave Plasma a body to take. Same for the Bestials. You want to summon a Bestial? The Malicious was just bait. Did you know? Malicious was just bait. So I have a Malicious in the graveyard, and you hit me with a Kelbeck or a Bestial, right? And you Bestial my Malicious away. Well, thanks, D-Force. You just played right into D-Force, and now you just gave a body to Plasma. The man is over 4,000 on your following turn. On your turn 0, you just gave me a 4,000 untargetable beast that you can't do anything to. The more you mill, the more you pump Plasma up. And your little buddies in the graveyard ain't going to be able to help you. And whatever you bring out ain't going to be able to help you because, remember, skill drain. So do I really need Dark Law? No. Dark Law is that's just icing on the cake. So yeah, D-Force is a very disgusting card, guys. You should play 3. You wanna do good in this format because there's no Nibiru. You want to talk about abuse of Nibiru without there being a Nibiru in the current format, and you want to abuse this format with all the combo sealing, with all the sealing that you can possibly do. Play 3 D-Force and quit playing with it, dog. And plus, you can fuse away with Plasma. Plasma's a lot more flexible. Why? Because D-Force recurs Plasma from the graveyard. So you need that level 6 or higher hero / a Destiny hero name to bring out DPE, and then you can just easily get rid of you don't have to be afraid of getting rid of Plasma anymore because D-Force. It also recurs them from the graveyard. So, and it's also just a great way to check with Malicious if they have the Bestial or not. And if they don't have the Bestial, well, it's really full combo. It's already full combo without Malicious, but when we get to keep our Malicious, it's really full combo. So it's another good way to check, and D-Force punishes the Bestials. And Kelbeck as well. And all the other things that target in their graveyard. So, and then we go on to our mandatories. So that's the engine of the deck. Now we go on to our mandatories. The Miracle Fusion, Called by the Grave, Polymerization, obviously, right? Triple Mass Change, and the Droplet. So, triple Droplet. So, this card is really good against Sprite. I love it. I just send away a monster and something else before in the standby phase, before I even begin my main phase. Hit the Toad, hit the Elf, and now I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Droplet is amazing. It also got there against the Sprite deck. So, or if I was going against like a Root Kalos and or Baron DeFleur. So yeah, very strong, very, very strong. So, Droplet, if you can get your hands on them, get yourself a play set. So yeah, so that's the main deck. So we're gonna go into the side deck. Not side deck, extra deck. Yeah, extra deck. Before I don't want to mess up here. So we're doing the E family, right? The Sunrise, which is like the star of the deck, right? That's the first fusion you're gonna bring out. Sunrise, Absolute Zero Escorial, that's for mass change target, or if you're locked under Fusion Destiny, and then you got your board clear. So then you've got there's that. Then you've got the Dark Law, right? You've got your Mass Hero family. So you got your Acid, Blast, Law. There it is. Blast is okay. He's really good against back row, and I like when they try to hit my Stratos with either a Veiler or an Imperm, chain Mass Change, bring out Blast, especially if I'm going second and they have back row, then Blast will clear out whatever back row that they have, then I can continue playing. So there's that. And the Destiny Hero family, boom. So you got Dangerous, Dystopia, Time, and also he combos very good with Sunrise, as well as the Dread Decimator, Dominance, and the DPE. These two, I've been destroying people with these two mainly. together on the field. First, you hard poly out the DPE, then you fusion destiny into the dominance. So in case you're wondering, if you already have DPE on the field and you don't know you have a fusion destiny, you don't know who to, you bring this guy out. That's why I play Dreadmaster and you know, the Diamond Dude, because they synergize very well. Dreadmaster, Diamond Dude synergize incredibly strong with dominance. I love that Dreadmaster protection, which they cannot drop it or respond to because he's a resolution effect to protect all your cards. Plays around evenly, very strongly. Usually when I bring these two out together, I usually win. I have there's like an 80% chance that I win the game. It's just too much advantage. And he messes up their next draw, the dominance too. So I check. Also, before you decide if you're gonna go into, look, here's another thing I want to talk about with dominance. I might do an updated video about dominance. So there's the Dark Angel line, right? You guys see the Dark Angel line and the D-Force line. So what happens is, when you bring out dominance and you're not 100% sure that what you're going against, you can use this effect to check the top 5 cards of their deck and see what they're playing. If they're playing something that's like it's a health spell heavy, something like that relies on spells, something like Sprite, okay, cool. So mid combo, after you usually bring him out with Fusion Destiny, before you end your combo, you just end off with the Dark Angel line. Or if it's something like Tier or something that's not very spell heavy, your end board will look something like D4. So that way you could choose what end board you're going to end on. You're going to end on DPE and Dominance, but do you end on also with D-Force and or Dark Angel? You have to only choose because Plasma and Dark Angel conflict, which I have a new video about Plasma and Dark Angel on the field. Together they might have some viability, and it's a very strong lock actually. But yeah, so you can see what they're playing before you decide what line you're going to hit them with. So yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind there. And boom. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into the last part of it. So boom, double Cross Crusader, Dread Decimator, and the Wonder Driver. So there that is. I like 2 Cross Crusaders for the grind game. So boom. And then now we're going to go ahead and get into the side deck. Triple Lightning Storm. This didn't come up, the Lightning Storm, but the Harvey Feather Duster did against the Sky Striker player because I made them go first. It was my choice to go second, but a deck such as Sky Striker, the scariest inboard they're going to end on is a Shizuku with a Widow Anger or 2 set. So that's the scariest inboard they're going to have if you force them to go first. You put in your going second card, and then you just full combo from there. So it's really just a back row and maybe a hand trap if they're playing that. So yeah, I got there. Triple Dark Ruler no more. And because these inboards are just absurd these days. They're just absolutely absurd. And sometimes even Dark Ruler no more isn't even enough. Triple Evenly Match. Y'all know the deal. You guys have to do that. Triple Imperm. I love this card. It just straight up just completely stops turns, man. It just completely stops turns. Whether you hit the Sprint, Gigantic Sprite, or the Kit Kalos. One of the 3. It's so many different matches. It's just a lot of starters were, depend on, summoning successful, resolving their effects successfully. So that's the meta we're in, is, starters that, monsters like Stratos-like monsters that get the wheel moving. Just Imperm, it's just so good. And then you Imperm now because Triple Tactics TTT is popular. This is a trap card. They're not going to be able to TTT after the fact. So please, this is only like $5 or less out of Mama Magnificent Mavens. Get yourself a playset. You have to get this card. They don't even have to be expensive. And lastly, the Different Dimension Ground, because hey, it's tier 0. I kind of broke that down why I don't believe it's tier 0. So I don't. It's tier 0 in terms of popularity, but it's not. But you still play this in the back of your Dark Law, or if you don't get a chance to go into your Dark Law. For example, I can have a D-Force. Where's he at? I can have a D-Force, Plasma, and a Different Dimension Ground on the field, right? So I don't have a Dark Law, but you're not going to Lava Golem me, right? And there's only one monster on the field. I feel like Super Poly just has fallen out of popularity and different dimension ground. So what you gonna do? Like, yeah. So even if you Dark Ruler or something, some sort of spell card or something crazy to, you know, out my plasma, you still can't play, dog. So yeah. And by the way, you still can't target anything. So so yeah, it does work with DPE. Like, this is a separate, you know, really good, man. These guys are buddies, right? But also, I just kind of learned that just these two alone, because they're expecting Dark Law. Sometimes you could be like, you don't have the resources to go into Dark Law, because Plasma is a big requirement, right? 3 monsters. Yeah, it's just DDD or DDG. So yeah, that's something to think about, and that's what I'm doing. So, and that's my side deck. Well, anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. I love you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And remember, a hero always lives.